There are 5 new crushing stats that could spell the end of your practice, or they could illustrate the greatest opportunity you've had in your entire career.
This is The Rare Advisor, proud to be a part of the Advisor Advancement Network and home of a business model supercharged by recurring and repeatable events. Your host is Mike Walters, CEO of USA Financial. He is an investment advisor representative of and securities are offered through USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Today, I want to share with you 5 stats about our industry in general that are either going to make you feel really good about where your practice is going, or it's going to make you just want to run and hide, because if these stats describe who you are in the financial industry, you are dead man walking. And the quality advisors are simply going to have a heyday moving forward. Now, I will tell you, these are some great stats, but there are a wealth more of them. This is out of the Accenture Wealth Management Report. The New State of Advice is the name of this. You might want to go find it, track it down, and download that PDF for yourself. But I combed through it and I found 5 statistics that just jumped and leapt off the page at me because they're so indicative of what's going on. Now, when we look back at the financial crisis from 2008 and 2009, we saw many financial advisors just running and hiding from their clientele. It's like, when the doctor doesn't want to speak to the sick patients, has terrible bedside manner. The same thing took place in the financial industry, and just tons of clientele shifted away from those bad advisors and found a new home with a new relationship and a new financial advisor. I believe that the pandemic is having a similar effect. And I think that when you magnify or combine the pandemic with what's now taking place as we seem to be marching toward a potential recession and the stock market has an immense amount of volatility, I think the same thing is occurring. There are many advisors, especially those who invest strictly passive buy and hold types of approaches. They're afraid to pick up the phone. They're afraid to get on a Zoom call. They're afraid to have an interaction with their client because they are dismayed by the results. Their clients are dismayed and the advisor dismayed, and they don't know where to go with it. These 5 stats are just so revealing to what's going on in the industry, and they illustrate for you the immense amount of opportunity that exists right now. Let me give these to you. I'll walk through these 5 stats for you in order. The first one, 91% of people, of investors, indicated that an advisor who gets them, who understands them, who learns about them as a person was most important to them. So if you're transactional, if all you do is try to do a one-call close, if you're not getting to know someone and understand what makes them tick and build things into the financial plan the way we all know you're supposed to, if you're not doing that, 91% of the people out there say they don't want to do business with you. They don't want that type of financial advisor. The most important thing to them is that you understand who they are as a person, what their goals and aspirations are, and then obviously you build that plan around it, because the second stat on here talks about 90% of people feel the advice that is provided to them by their advisor was too generic, meaning they don't think their advisor is up for the job. 90% didn't think their advisor was up for the job, or maybe the better way to say that is only 10% of clients out there felt their advisor was doing things the way they should in their financial plan. What an opportunity for advisors who are doing things the right way. 51%, this is number 3 on the list, 51% indicated they would seek out a new advisor upon receiving a large lump sum of money, meaning they don't think their advisor is capable of handling a higher net worth. If they're increasing in their stature economically or from a net worth standpoint, they don't think that their advisor is capable of doing what needs to be done to help them, to protect them, to design a plan specifically that will achieve their goals and aspirations. Again, 51% indicated they would go look for a new advisor if they came into a lump sum of wealth. So again, pretty telling. 44%, this is number 4 on the list, 44% viewed their advisor as a product salesperson. Meaning they think they're just transactional. They just want to sell them something. They're not really creating a plan. They're just trying to get the next commission check. So again, they're transactional. They're not on the assets under management side or the assets under advisement side. They're not looking at developing a true business with recurring revenue. They're just out there trying to make the next sale. And then the 5th item on the list, 17% of people switched advisors during the last year. Meaning, if you calculate that out, that there's a full turnover of clientele every 6 years. If 17% change every year in 6 years, that's a full 100% turnover. So it shows you that clients are on the move. They're disgruntled. They're unhappy with what's taken place, at least in the near term. I'll call that from the pandemic through to where we are now with this volatility and potential recession. People are asking, they're looking, they're desperate for good quality financial advice.
This information is for licensed financial professionals only and is not intended for use in soliciting sales from the public. The views expressed represent the opinions of the presenter or their featured guest, not necessarily those of USA Financial or its affiliated subsidiaries. Industry references are generic and not intended to represent actions or beliefs of any individual or entity. Content is only presented to illustrate general principles, beliefs, or ideas and should not be construed as legal or regulatory advice. Trademark and copyright protected. USA Financial and Affiliates.